All right, so welcome back to another bearded nomad relic hunting. Had to go get a package today, go to the bank, let them know that going on a trip to Arkansas, so do not decline my bank card. And then had to get spring water, wanted to fill my jugs. So since I was in Lancaster at 501, just came right up 501 to Fountain Park here in Schaeferstown, where I like to get water. And while I'm here, this is the park that I found my one and only Indian head penny so far. And there's still lots of this park that I didn't get to do the last time I was here, and I haven't been back since. So figured it's 3:11. So I'll give it a little bit of time, and then I gotta head home and mow some grass. But figure I'd give it a little more of a swing around here, see what we find. So if I find anything good, I will get back to you. All right, well, being that I found an Indian head here before, I know that this, with the history of this corner here that's a park, there should be an opportunity for a lot more old coins. And so far today, all I'm finding is a shield penny and a piece of foil cap from most likely one of them kitty barrel drinks, the Hugs. That's it so far. The only thing I can figure, got squirrels. Squirrels running, squirrels are playing. I'm thinking either other people in the past have hit this with metal detectors, or everybody around here was really careful about not dropping coins back in the day. But considering, well, they're up there in the back, there's the spring hats where the spring water actually comes out of. And then pipes out here for you to get free spring water. But according to the history, this is in a past video, but I'll put it back in here again. You can read that. But the hotel up in the square was built in 1744. And the construction on the water system began shortly after. So, 1740s, we had a public water system, first in North America's oldest, to plumb this spring water down here to the people on Market Street. So, it's mighty good spring water too. The foundation on that house is definitely, that's back from the same period. There's a lot of old stone houses here in the neighborhood. Foundations are all old stone, old brick. Sooner or later, one of these days, I'll get around to these places, have time to get around and do door knocking, and hopefully get a few permissions and see what we find. But there's a ton of iron in the ground around here, so there's plenty of like nail iron and mineralization. The ground balance is pretty high. When I ground balance my AT Max, so there's a lot of mineralization, but coinage should still be found here if people were coming to this park since 1760 something, and through the 1800s and now the 1900s and now into the 2000s. And all I find is right here by the spring water, I find a shield penny. So 4 o'clock, I gotta go home and mow grass. So doesn't look like it's a very eventful time here at the park. Of course, I still have a lot of area here to grid off if I want to grid it off. I've just done a bunch of wandering all the way up to the bandstand and down to here. And I went up this side a little bit, but there's still a whole bunch there in the camera view, and a whole bunch over all that up there. There's a lot to that for me to grid. But downside to being a solo detectorist, when you gotta cover this much ground yourself, it takes a lot longer. Where if you have a group of some of these, my fellow detectors that I watch and follow on YouTube, I got a group of them, they cover a lot more ground. And they still all miss stuff when they go over, so I don't feel bad. I just don't understand with the history in all the areas that I'm detecting. The history is there. So that means things should have been dropped. So I'm just wondering if Lebanon County was once a county full of detectorists that just love to swing over the ground and dig up the beeps, And if so, they just cleaned out the areas that I'm going to, that I'm not finding what I think I should. Maybe it's already been cleaned out. Maybe Lebanon County was the beginning of a metal detecting heyday and everybody just went crazy. But either way, who knows? But time to head home now and mow some grass, because it's got to get mowed before we go to Arkansas. So I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you for coming along and watching this, and very uneventful. I apologize. But that's how it rolls sometimes. That's how the cookie crumbles, as they say. So, till the next time, remember, fight for love, not hate. Stay kind. Be weird, my friends.